Crypto holders, pay attention and listen, because 80% of your profits are going to come in the last 20% of this cycle. This cycle is going to be completely different because of the Bitcoin ETF. I'm going to explain how and why it's different. You're going to save this video as a resource, and let's get into it. First and foremost, day one buyers of the Bitcoin ETF, even if they bought the Pico top, are up at minimum 50%. For reference, this is significantly better performance than Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, the SPY, the NASDAQ, QQQ. Just about any form of risk in financial markets is being outperformed by the Bitcoin ETF. They like the Bitcoin ETF so much, they have bought over $10 billion worth of it since its launch, and it is constantly trading with more volume than the fucking SPY. This is a reflexive flywheel or a positive feedback loop, because Bitcoin, it might only be the 8th largest asset by market cap, but it is still more than 50% smaller than Microsoft. The reason we are going to see a prolonged Bitcoin cycle is because you can't rotate your Bitcoin ETF holdings into a small cap alt. There is no mechanism to facilitate that exchange. But we need to be keeping a close eye on centralized exchange inflows, because as people experience the wealth effect, the recency bias, the overconfidence bias, they might feel much more prone to actually dipping their feet in the rest of the crypto ecosystem because, well, shit, they made money with the Bitcoin. I took this chart from MetaQuant on Twitter. Check them out, but it encapsulates this idea so well. Previous cycles, we saw Bitcoin and altcoins kind of rally at the same time, but what I think is likely this time around is Bitcoin runs away from the rest of the market, and then in that last 20% is where we make 80% of our profits in the most explosive alt season ever. Centralized exchange inflow, total 3 dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and stablecoin dominance are the metrics that you need to be watching to stay ahead of this cycle. Or alternatively, just join our Discord and I'll see you there.